It's your show, sir. First thing he's going to do is we're going to quarter this carcass. And by that I mean he's going to break the carcass between the 12th and 13th rib and open up a cross-section of the ribeye. That is how every carcass is graded in the United States, on that same break and cut. And that's one side of the animal. They keep both sides together. The packers do is they chill them. So for 48 hours, these hang in what they call the hot box, which is about 35 degrees with a 40-mile-an-hour wind in it. And that's what they do. They're chilling this carcass down. So optimum temperature at presentation to the grader is 34 degrees on that cross-section of ribeye. So when he looks at it, he's going to be looking at these carcasses at about 400 head an hour. So he gets both of them presented to him. They're on a moving chain, and they bring it to present to him. He looks and evaluates at every carcass in about 15 or 20 seconds. So when you start doing 4,000 and 5,000 head a day of these, you get pretty good at it. What he's looking for is this cross-section of the ribeye. He looks at evaluates the outside fat, the cartilage here on how new the carcass is, how young it is, the kidney fat, the heart fat, then the conformation of that carcass, how round is it? You have A conformation, B, C, and D. Everything like on a certified Angus beef program is only A conformation. It's the nice, big, full, rounded animal. This carcass is about probably about an 800-pound carcass. It's a yield grade 2, which yield grades go from 1 to 5, 5 being the fattest, 1 being the leanest. And that's also what the grader is going to evaluate at the same time. He's going to look at that and see, he puts the yield grade stamp on it and the quality grade stamp on it. They used to roll the carcasses, but they don't do that anymore. They used to actually roll ink down them, and that's where the slang term no roll came from. There's choice and meat that did not take a roll, which is now USDA select. So they don't really roll the carcass anymore. A maturity, yield grade 2, and it looks like pretty select meat from what I'm seeing from here. The separation, again, was at the 13th and 12th ribs. Yes, Chef?
How are the CAB carcasses identified now if they're not rolling them?
They stamp them also. They stamp them with a certified Angus beef stamp. When we say that the CAB program carcasses, as these cattle come in, they're visually looked at on the live side. They have to qualify on 5 live specifications that make them eligible for the program. Doesn't mean they're going to make it until they get to this stage. And what happens is, when it's eligible, once they slaughter and take the hide off, they stamp an A up on the round that tells the grader that is a carcass that's eligible for the Certified Angus Beef program. At that point, the grader will start evaluating and look at it. It's got to have the marbling specs. It's got to have all the live specs. It's got to be A maturity to make it into the program. So about 12 to 14 head out of every 100 that are eligible for the program actually get in. At that point, they're identified Certified Angus Beef. Their USDA choice are higher. That means but they're in the upper 2/3 of the choice range. What do you want to take off first? You're going to take the flank steak off first. I'll try to keep out everybody's way. In the plants, cattle are broken down at a rate of somewhere between 250 and 300 head an hour. So just to give you a point of reference of, it's going to take us roughly 45 minutes to do this one side. They're doing 250 head an hour and fabricating these at the plant. That's your flank steak. The packers leave nothing to waste. All this fat's going to go either in, if it's 12% lean or more, it'll end up in one of the trimming sortations. There's 50-50 trim, 75-25 trim, and if it's totally fat, it'll end up as rendered, pure rendered fat. The sirloin flat meat will come off next. The guys at the plants are breaking these pieces of meat down on a table. Manny's doing it off a chain. That's pretty hard to do. I asked him last time he did this, when was the previous time? So it was 15 years ago. So.
Still got it. You're looking good, man.
Flank meat, flap, cat meat that comes off the rib, those are all part of what they call the thin meat group. The more production on the animals, the more slaughter they do each week, the better the pricing is for us as the end user on any of those kind of products. Ball tips, tri-tips, flap meat, flank, cat meat. It's a sheer availability issue on those. The more we're processing, the more availability. That's your flap meat. Fajitas, flap meat, inside, outside skirts, flank steaks all have very similar applications for, they can be used for fajitas, but they can be used as steak also.
What's driving the market right now?
Right now would be the time of year. It's a time, as you move into the summer, these are all grillable items. And I call this the, or what happens in the industry, the fajita principle. Nobody knew what fajitas were 15 years ago except Texas. So all the outside skirts were sold there, and actually prior to that they were put in the ground beef. So as people understand them and know how to use them and get into the mix, then it makes the price go up.